Hey, good morning, Bob Trade Genius here. It's the 25th of April. I got oil on my mind. It's, it's kind of mind-boggling to me. This is and you got the euro falling again, and I just can't even imagine. Maybe somebody's watching this video from Europe can tell me how much their oil prices have, gasoline prices have gone higher. But I know here in the U.S. we're probably gasoline's up uh, at least 25% from where it was just 8 weeks ago. And, it's probably 10% of most people's budgets here in the US. Not sure how it is over in Europe or in Asia, but it's it's basically starting to bite in terms of you don't have money for other things, so the substitution effect, and people don't view oil as something that is satisfying, like going out to a restaurant or hanging with your friends or going on vacation. If you just stick it in your car, it tends to make people pretty sullen. And I can't even imagine this is the price of oil in euros, and it's just an amazing thing. I'm trying to rack my brain why our stock market and oil prices are in sync, and it's confusing to me, and nobody has an answer. I've been looking and searching. What's leading? Is oil leading? Is the our stock market leading? Is it because our interest rate policy, our monetary policy is too tight? Is this a political game we're playing with because of Iran, or because we're trying to you know get other countries to depeg from us? I'm just not sure what's going on here, but all I know is that it's going to become pretty painful, and this is when it started to spill out in October. And let me just show you oil itself here. Let's see here. Here we go. And that's what oil looked like. I mean, it looks like the same chart, and right now it's up. Here, I was keeping a tab on this thing. It's up 51%. Pretty amazing, and that's that's definitely going to cause some turmoil. So I'm not sure what's going to relent first, oil or the dollar, but not looking good, amigos. And I think it's going to start. Here's the thing that what's amazing to me with oil is that you don't really get a. I'll go out to a weekly here to show you. It's a better look. You just don't get any warning when it goes. I mean, when this thing just dumps, it just dumps, 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 dumps. So I don't know who's speculating in this. And if you look at the XLE, which is the companies that are involved in energy, they're not they're not seeing this as sustainable. And this is just really what just has my head scratching on this stuff. It's just that they're not believing it. So there's absolute speculation going on here. And I think once oil goes, it's going to dump. Production's pretty good. The economies around the world are flattish, but it's something to definitely keep in mind and keep an eye on. It's pretty wild out there. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. It's been on my mind. It's been bothering me because this is one of the things that set off the. If we go back to oil, it's one of the things that set off the great financial crisis too. Right here. Look at this downtrend line though. This is the only encouraging thing I have. So this is oil. I drew this thing a long time ago. And here are the different pops that we've had. So we've had oil. That was a 200% move in oil prices in 2007. And then it just collapsed. And then we had a move here, 58%, and it came down. I didn't mark this fall, but here's another move that was 170%, and then this moves 51%. But it gets to a point where this is just basically the ability of the economies to tolerate the higher oil prices are getting less and less and less. It just looks like, when you look at the 10-year note too, we're so debt saturated right now around the world, is that uh, you can't tolerate higher input costs or the whole thing just collapses. So I would keep an eye on oil. If it gets over $72, then we're in big trouble, and I think everything comes crashing down. I think that's the number. Let me go back to weekly here, and yeah. So this is the downtrend line here. Just there's nothing in the charts that tell us that that's not possible. So keep an eye on it. Kind of sucks. Another 10% higher. Here in California, we'll be paying $5 a gallon for gas, and I know people around the world are probably laughing because of you guys pay that for a liter, but you live your life against what your costs are, and when those costs jump and you have no other really alternative but to pay it, then it starts affecting the rest of the economy. And I think then we're going to find out if this is truly a supply-demand issue or if this is speculation once again, and I think it's the latter. But anyhow, just so I share that with you, looking at the market, I think we're going to be, let me go out to the ES here real quick. While I have you, if I still have you, here's ES here. It's starting to roll over. And go back to the 5-minute. Can you guys read that? Okay. So, and I think here's a low volume area here. And let me zoom out a little bit here real quick. So it needs to hold there, and then here's the next support area down here at 29.20. But we're due for a bit of a sell-off, even if everything is perfect in the world. This was a pretty hard push to get to that double top. Now we'll just see if it's a pause that refreshes, or if we're gonna have a more sustained sell-off here. And I've been so wrong on when this thing was going to roll over. I just don't even try to speculate on it anymore. But if it gets through here and it gets through here, we're coming down to here. That's the point of control looking back a week, and that's kind of the next big support area. So be a pretty good tumble, but that's like 2-day average of the market. So anyway, I'm rambling now at 3:41 in the morning Pacific time. I'll let you guys go. Thanks for listening, and I'd like to get your thoughts on prices where you guys live that's not US, just to see if you guys are seeing the same kind of price movement in gasoline that we're seeing. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye-bye.